Today we're going to do something a little different. You know I like to do things differently from time to time. Today is one of those times. So the chatbots have kind of invaded, and a lot of businesses see the light, see how useful they are, but obviously there's still tons of businesses out there who don't use them, vast majority, and some people don't know what they are, and some people are afraid, some people think it's going to be too expensive. None of those things are true. They are super helpful, and I definitely highly recommend one. That's one of the things we do for small businesses is we set up these chatbots. But in addition to regular typing type chatbots, now you have the voice bots that are just as potent. In many ways, they're even more useful because it's easier for people to simply speak like this than to type. So with that being the case, let me show you a little demo I put together. So here is a little chatbot, voice chatbot, set up and configured to be like a quiz. And of course, it could be used for all kinds of uh, onboarding practices, for employee education, all kinds of different things you can use it for. But I'm a huge Beatles fan, so let's just do a little Beatles quiz so you can see how it works, and then you can adapt it to your needs as you see fit. So this is something I put together. This is not something that came from some package deal or anything. It's just using the existing tech that's out there, being able to create a quiz like this, and this is how it works. So first of all, there's a little widget, as you can see right there on the bottom of this page, and if we click on it to crank it up, this is what happens.
Hello, I hope you're ready for our quick quiz.
I am. Go ahead.
Hello, welcome to the quiz. I will ask you 5 questions, one at a time. Please provide your answers after each question.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, here's your first question. When was John Lennon born?
In 1940,
Thank you for your answer. That is correct. Let's move on to the next question. Who was the first drummer for the Beatles?
that was Pete Best.
Thank you for your answer. That is correct. Let's move on to the next question. What was the most covered Beatles song?
The most covered song was Yesterday.
Thank you for your answer. That is correct. Let's move on to the next question. Who was the inspiration for Paul McCartney to write Let It Be?
Well, that was his mom.
Thank you for your answer. That is correct. Let's move on to the next question. Who is the oldest living Beatle?
That would be Ringo Starr.
Thank you for your answer. That is correct. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. That's a 100% success rate. Congratulations, you've passed the test. Thank you for participating in the quiz. Have a great day.
Thank you. Okay, so as you can see, that worked really well. And basically, the custom instructions for this particular bot were set up to feed from a separate data file that has the questions and the answers. And the reason I put the answers in there, not so much from a standpoint of not having AI figure out what the answers are, it can, but when I was doing some testing, I noticed the thing was doing a little hallucination if I just had the questions without having the answers. So I changed it to have both the questions and the answers, and then it seems like it's working perfect now. One interesting thing to note is that when you listen to how I was responding, I wasn't just simply giving it the answer, which is how the file is set up. I hesitated, I said some other words as well, but it's smart enough to figure out what I'm trying to say and figure out if it's correct answer or not. By the way, one thing that's interesting about this whole experiment is that if I continue to run the same quiz without refreshing the page, since I only had 5 questions, it would then go into the next 5 questions, which are not in my file that I configured it with, and it just starts hallucinating at that point. It starts asking me questions that are Beatles related, but they're not questions I put in there. So it's interesting thing how the AI decides to move on with life. Okay, it made one mistake. I said Pete Best, and for whatever reason, it didn't understand me, or somehow it misinterpreted it, but it said it was incorrect. And then it said the correct answer is Pete Best, which of course is what I said in the first place. But you can see how you can basically have one of these things where if it doesn't understand everything correctly, it's definitely very useful. You can use it for a lot of different purposes. So I just wanted to do a quick demo like this to show you how you can use one of these interactive voice assistants, as they call them, IVA for short, and that's what we deploy for small businesses at PCS, obviously dealing with questions and answers for their particular business, and nothing to do with the Beatles. And it's not a quiz type deal, it's just a chatbot that answers questions and has conversations. But this gives you a little idea how you can adjust it to do something more than just basic question and answer. If you have any questions, please leave them below, and please join the ITAI community at the link below if you're interested to participate and essentially have your own IT department in a virtual space. Until next time, I'm still Oleg.
Write a lesson like the Beatles would. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Write a lesson like the Beatles would. 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 Write a